Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Mediocre Black Woman podcast. So I was sitting in the prayer closet earlier, feeling all kinds of things. Actually, the first thing I felt when I walked into the prayer closet today, y'all, I felt irritated. I was kind of avoiding the prayer closet today. I had woken up a little bit later than I had planned, and I ended up jumping right into all the things that I had to do for the day. And I don't know, I just kept looking at the prayer closet, and I could feel the prayer closet looking at me, and I could feel my, ancestors, my angels. They were like, hey, you coming today? You coming to visit? And I was just like, I'm avoiding y'all. I didn't realize that I was avoiding them until I walked in there, and I laughed, I chuckled, and I was just like, oh yeah, I was avoiding the prayer closet today, honey. Y'all knew it, and I knew it. So let's talk about it. I am the type of creator that creates intuitively, as you all know, right? And so when things just don't feel like they are making full and complete sense, sometimes I just become resistant to so many things. Like didn't even really want to put out an episode today. And here's the thing though, let me just give y'all some insights on my creative process. I have right now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes sitting in the pipeline, 3 of which are already edited. So it's not like we're hurting for content, as I've told y'all before. I'm just looking for the right way to introduce the next wave of content, And then going into the prayer closet, as we know, always helps. Like, when I go in there, I'm like, oh, okay, I was spinning my wheels on something that I could have just come in here, prayed, got my mind right, and I would have had the answer a long time ago, But sometimes I feel like you just got to go through the process. That's just what it is, You got to go through the resistance. You got to dig your heels in, because then when the light bulb moment happens, when you get your mind together, you're like, oh, okay. And almost a little bit more appreciative of that moment anyway. So yeah, like I said, I was avoiding the prayer closet today. And then I finally walked in there and I was like, hey, y'all, I'm here. I'm going to pray. I didn't want to pray today, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I had no desire to today, but I knew it would help. So I went in there and I sat down and I prayed. And after I prayed, I realized that this entire month's worth of episodes is about grief, right? And not just the grief of having lost my job, though that's super real, but the stuff that I didn't even realize I hadn't grieved yet. Relationships that had ended, people I used to be, identities I outgrew, expectations I held on to that didn't pan out. And I realized that every episode that I've recorded with different people this month has been about grief, transition, and how we're showing up in the midst of that and how we're feeling in the midst of that, right? And how we're letting go in some cases, how that transition has been helpful for us and moving through, And sometimes what we're grieving really can't enter the next season with us, right? And that's why it's been moved out of your, path, or that's why it's been released. That's why it's been taken away, it's because what got you here won't get you there. And some of the things that we love and that we want to hold on to, including people, including jobs, including, things that we thought would always be in our lives, just have to sometimes go. So that's what August is about, I guess. I finally found the through line. So I feel like the floodgates of creativity are going to open back up. But that's what August is about, not intentionally, but clearly by divine design, And I know you guys are like, it's summer, it's supposed to be fun. That's what I was thinking too. But I know that for some of us, summer has felt less like a vacation and more like a reckoning, And if that's you, this space is for you, especially this month. I mean, every month, but especially this month, right? And so this month is full of episodes where some of my closest, dearest friends come through, and we talk about what we're all processing. And these episodes, they feel like voice notes, and rightfully so, because these are the people that I literally send, 10 to 20 to 30 minute long voice notes to sometimes. The people that I talk to every day, the people that I video chat with, send video messages to. And so sometimes in some of these episodes, you'll find that you can tell when we've hit the moment where we forgot that we're even recording a podcast. And you'll probably even feel like you're eavesdropping at moments, which is intentional, because we just kind of, let our friendship take over and, let things be conversation. So this month will be mostly some of our old friends. And then into September on down, we have a lot of new friends coming through the podcast, which is exciting. We've either heard about each other through mutuals, or we've found each other online, and we just connected and decided we're going to record an episode, right? So I promise it's not all heavy. Like, yeah, we happen to be talking about grief, but we're also laughing, reclaiming, finding the clarity in the chaos. And there's beauty in that too, So if you're in a season of letting go, or trying to figure out what's next, or just feeling a little cracked open, this month is for you. You're not the only one in it. We're in it with you. And that's what it is this month. And I'm so glad we were able to get to this place, because I'm telling y'all, I was just like, I don't want to record. I don't want to put anything that I have recorded out right now, because it just didn't even feel like the right timing. I don't want to pray today. I just want to be miserable, be sad, and be in my feelings, I'm still going to be sad after I hang up on this, but at least it's sad with the purpose, right? And so we'll talk through some of these glorious transitions, some of this grief, some of this letting go, and we're going to do it with friends, which is exciting. And, when I started the Mediocre Black Woman, I thought about all of the women that you will hear from throughout this month, and even women that you won't hear from that are friends of mine, and just how we've been dealing with things, needing a safe space to talk through our feelings or emotions, needing a space to feel seen, which is what a lot of you have conveyed to me, that you feel seen here. And so I'm really excited to bring them into this space, because these are a lot of people that inspired this space, and I do this for y'all, I do this for them, and I do this for me, and so I'm looking forward to sharing my friends with you and sharing some of these juicy conversations. And so a lot of that will kick off starting next Tuesday. I'm debating on whose episode I want to start with first, because they're all so fun and so good and so real and like just raw. But we have some really great stuff in store for you, and I can't wait. Also, I just want to remind everybody that we started back up with Sunday Soul Sessions, but we're doing a mini version of it where we're doing Sunday Soul Sessions in the notes on Substack. So if you have the Substack app, make sure you download it and you can see the notes there. Also, you can actually access the notes from the desktop too if you are subscribed and you check Substack online. You can actually see the notes there as well. And then I'm bringing back this Wednesday, I'm bringing back midweek mantras, but with a little bit of a twist on it. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. That will go directly to your inbox, because it's a little bit of a longer post than just a pure note. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for that too. And I can't wait to get back into that. And our full-length Sunday Soul Sessions will probably be more along the lines of like a once-a-month type of vibe. But for now, definitely tap into the mini Sunday Soul Sessions notes and to our full-length midweek mantras, which will come out this Wednesday. And I'm looking forward to that post. I put a lot of love and a lot of heart into that midweek mantras post. I literally woke up out of my sleep. I had it planned to work on it, but I woke up out of my sleep to like do it. I got hit with this like message, and I was like, I need to get up and do this. I didn't even put these things together, put two and two together. And I was like, wow, okay. So I can't wait for y'all to catch up on that. But yeah, in the meantime, and in between time, I will hear from y'all later on this week with the midweek mantras, and then Sunday Soul Sessions. And of course, next Tuesday, we're going to start, the podcast off with some friends. So I'm looking forward to that, and I can't wait for you guys to tap in. and have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'm sure I'll connect with you all throughout the week. So, all right, now that's it. That's all. And I will talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.